All right, so it's Manchester City. They traveled all the way to the City ground to take on Nottingham Forest. It's third versus fourth on the table. Let me start the conversation with Kwame. Not too convincing performance against Spurs. Coming up against a side that I would want to say you're not too sure of what kind of Forest team will turn up against City. Just your expectations on these two clubs.
Third and fourth, like you rightly say, Forest, the last 3 games haven't had it easy. I think they've not won the last few games. So I think they are watching their backs now because they are running for any of the European slots. But I think they are eyeing the Champions League first before any other European slots come their way. So if you are looking at the points difference now, I think it's Chelsea, who are fifth, are just some 3 points or 2 points in between and are trying to catch up. Now, City are just a point behind them, also running for third place and all of that. So it makes it very difficult for Forest. They were able to hold their own against us now when they came to the City ground. Man City themselves, we know their stories for this season. I mean, when we started the season, we sat here thinking there will be a turning point, but the turning point has never come. And I doubt whether there will be any turning point at this point in time of the season. So I still believe they are going to have that fluctuations in their form. A win here, a struggle here, a loss here, a draw there. I mean, they are still going to have that inconsistency that have uncharacteristically characterized their season. All right, so it's become a thing for them. But to the game itself, you look at the two teams and the way they play. One will love to hold the ball, possess. One is quite dynamic. They can be very direct, they can sit back, and they have enough men to do damage against you on the break. And they are very organized and compact, making it very difficult for you to break them down. Anytime such games come, you know what to expect. You know that City are going to work their way, try to possess the ball, push their men forward and all of that to see how best they can create opportunities to be able to win a game. The other team would also sit back, and that's exactly how I think is going to play out. Now, what will go for Forest? 1, home advantage. 2, City not being so good or not being themselves as we would have expected this season. So it makes it very difficult for you to expect that, City goes into this game confident of winning this game. So it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult for City. And this is how I expect it to play out. I expect City to find it very difficult to break them down. I expect Forest to be able to catch them on the break with the quality that they have in attack. In Elanga, very, very good. I mean, exploiting those spaces when the opportunity comes. Gibbs White, and all of those guys, what's his name? Hudson-Odoi. All of these guys are in there. And they've shown that against some of these big teams. You saw how they held their own against Liverpool at the City ground. They did it against Arsenal at the City ground. And Man City not being so vintage, the vintage City that you'd expect them, I think are going to find it very, very difficult at the City ground against. And I don't expect City to win this game. I don't expect City to win this game.
So Forest to win this?
Either a Forest win or a draw.
Okay, great.
That's my expectation.
Yeah, the last time Nuno Espirito Santo played against a top team, quote unquote, or any of the teams in the top 4 was Arsenal. And then he mentioned that they asked him why he played a certain way. He mentioned that Arsenal did not have a striker. This time around, he goes into a team that actually do have a potent striker in Haaland. And if you watch Forest against teams that like to have the ball to themselves, one thing I've realized from them is that they rather sit deep and rely on Elanga and Kelum Hudson-Odoi. Do you think that's what we would see from Espirito again against this City side?
Oh yes, because they know that they are not going to outpossess Manchester City. They know that the quality that Man City have, despite the fact that the players have been hit with a little bit of a drop in confidence, they know that, yes, these guys are still quality, and they can easily create space. They can easily outpossess them and be able to create chances from nowhere and pretty much open them up. And so, yeah, they will revert to their if I can put it this way, default settings and sit deep and hit out on the counter-attack.
They said they're very fast and direct.
Yes.
And you mentioned that in your submission.
Exactly.
Yes, because the thing is, fast and direct, and they can, the worrying thing for Man City is that unlike other teams where Nottingham Forest have to concentrate on being fast and direct on the counter, particularly on the counter-attack through the wings, for Man City, it's more concerning because they can do that.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest can do all the attacking on the wings. And on top of that, they can go through the middle because the Man City middle is virtually as soft as they come. Yes, Nico Gonzalez has come in. He's mitigated the problem a little bit, but there are still gaping holes in that middle because the one that lines up next to Nico Gonzalez is always a problem and has been a problem this season. Even if you play Kevin De Bruyne, like we saw against Liverpool, he does not have the speed.
Yeah, the legs are gone.
Like he used to. If you play Gundogan, it's too slow. If you play Rico Lewis, position-wise, his position awareness not the best. And on top of that, his size does not allow him to be able to battle with those other midfielders, particularly in this game where you're going to be playing against the likes of Elliot Anderson and company. Yeah, you need to be that strong. And so if you play Mateo Kovacic, he brings his qualities, but like I initially said, position-wise, he's not the best
at that level.
And Nico Gonzalez is as great as he is, even at this young age. He is not Rodri. Even Rodri, it took him a while before he grew into this.
You should see Pep's face when he was asked about already and said he'll be back soon. He's so excited already.
It took him a while. He didn't just come and get this good overnight. It took him a while, and so there's still issues to be fixed in that middle. And Morgan Gibbs-White is quite fast, and so there are problems for Manchester City to think about. And so if I am Pep Guardiola, I'll be telling my boys, look, do what Newcastle did. Score as quickly as possible, score as many as possible, and as quickly as possible. Newcastle scored 3 goals in the space of 12 minutes in that first half where they won by 4 goals to 3, and it just rattled the Nottingham Forest players. So if you can get 2 quick goals in that first half, you pretty much rattle them. Then
and City have shown this season that they fall very early.
Yes.
In so many games, I can count as many as 6 games that.
Yeah, I think they should put a premium in this game. Put a premium on a quick start, because Nottingham Forest will start a bit slow as they always do, and by the time if you prioritize a quick start, it gives you that chance to catch them a bit off guard early on in the game. Then you can settle, because if you can settle and sit deep and just possess the ball and wind down the time, because if you say you are going to play with a high line constantly throughout the entire game, looking at the way City have been very uncharacteristic with the quality of their passing, which has been very suspect this season, very poor this season. Yes, they will give the ball away, and with the speed that these Nottingham Forest guys have, they will go ahead and get them.
Okay, great stuff. Great analysis from the guys.
But I'm still tipping Man City to win.
City to win this.
Yeah,
okay, 2-0. So Forest win or draw for you. City to win.
Yeah, 2-0.
Okay, so I mean, you know what to do. The guys, if you are listening in terms of the numbers, you know what to do. They've given you very good analysis. Let's talk about the tabletoppers. Their last game was against Newcastle United. They beat them by 2-0. Next up for them is a very wicked side in the Premier League, that's Southampton.